What is Kessler syndrome and why is it a threat to space? Imagine a tiny piece of space junk hitting a satellite at thousands of miles per hour. That small collision can create hundreds of new fragments, turning space into a dangerous debris field. This is what Kessler syndrome is all about. It was first described by NASA scientist Donald J. Kessler in 1978. He explained how, when space debris becomes dense enough in low Earth orbit, collisions can set off a chain reaction. Each collision produces more debris, which then crashes into other objects, creating even more fragments. This process can grow rapidly, filling the sky with dangerous junk. The problem is that space debris moves incredibly fast, up to 15 kilometers per second. Even tiny pieces, just a few centimeters wide, can cause serious damage to satellites, spacecraft, or the International Space Station. When debris is so dense, it becomes harder to avoid collisions. Spacecraft need to perform complex maneuvers to steer clear of debris clouds, which adds risk and costs. If this debris cascade continues unchecked, it could make key orbits unusable for decades. That would impact everything from global communications to weather monitoring and scientific research. Space agencies around the world are aware of this threat. They have created rules to limit debris. For example, satellites are now required to deorbit within 5 years after their mission ends. This helps prevent long-lasting debris from cluttering space. Some agencies are developing technology to actively remove large pieces of debris, like defunct satellites and rocket stages. Space traffic management is also improving, with better coordination to avoid collisions. For astronauts and space missions, Kessler syndrome means extra caution. Mission planners must consider debris density when launching and choosing orbits. Astronauts train for emergency situations, like sheltering inside their spacecraft if debris is detected nearby. International cooperation is essential to create effective space debris regulations and policies. These efforts aim to keep space safe and accessible for future missions. In the end, Kessler syndrome is a warning about what can happen if we don't manage space debris carefully. It's a reminder that our actions in space have long-term consequences. By following regulations, developing new technologies, and working together, we can prevent space from becoming a hazardous junkyard. Protecting space for future explorers and satellites depends on our ability to control and reduce debris now.